Congress votes on the authorization of force against Syria, they'll have heard arguments directly from the President, the Secretary of State, even from the Syrian President himself. They'll have seen the evidence, heard the reasons for and against, and will ultimately have to make a decision. Joining us now is one of those members of Congress who will be faced with that decision, Representative Steve Horsford, a Democrat from Nevada. Good afternoon, sir. And I understand you have rushed to our cameras. You have just been in a classified briefing. Can you give us your, I guess, immediate response to what you've heard and whether it has affected your judgment, your opinion about what this nation should do in relation to Syria?
Well, the briefing I just left was with the National Security Advisor, Susan Rice. The President did step into the briefing and answered a number of questions from members from the Congressional Black Caucus. And I'm looking forward to the President making his case to the American people tomorrow, continuing to answer the questions that I and many of my constituents have as to why this is in our national interest to do this strike.
So, sir, you just said that the President himself came into this meeting.
Yes.
Were you able to question him?
Yes, a number of the members offered questions to the President, as well as the National Security Advisor. This is a very serious issue and one that the President, his national security team, and the members of Congress take very seriously. I myself, as a new member, this is the first time that I'll have to vote on such a serious issue as military action in this case.
Now, I don't want you to breach any kind of confidentiality, but what are your specific concerns about authorizing a military strike, or indeed are you in support of the President's strategy?
Well, I'm still undecided.
You're undecided.
The three concerns that I have: first, why is there not more of a multinational coalition of partners? Why is it that the United States is being asked to act alone? Secondly, what are the costs of this strike? And is the United States expected to cover those costs alone, or are there others who will share in that expense, particularly because of the budget constraints that we are under as a nation? And third, what will happen and what are our objectives following a strike? The underlying issue in Syria is a civil war, and that's not going to be resolved through the use of a strike alone.
And so, sir, given that those are your three concerns, were any of those three concerns answered at the briefing you've just been at?
We continue to get responses to questions that are being posed. The three questions and concerns that I have are questions that I'm looking forward to the President addressing in his address to the nation tomorrow, and that I hope that the Congress will continue to debate and deliberate before any final decision is reached.
So you're saying that you're waiting for the President when he speaks publicly, so therefore we must deduce that you are not satisfied with what you heard at the briefing.
Well, one of my concerns is that of the majority of my constituents who have called my office, sent me emails, and who continue to ask the question, why is it that the United States has to act alone? Yes, what has occurred in Syria is a travesty. The fact that 1,400 people have died, 500 kids nearly, they've been gassed while they were sleeping at night. That is a moral issue that all of us must take concern to. But the reality still is why is the United States being asked to act alone, and what is it that's in our national interest? We are a strong nation and we're not going to tolerate these chemical weapons, but why is it that the international community is not engaged as well?
Well, you know, sir, that the French President is supporting the President of the United States. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom has said that he supports the President of the United States, though his own government has not voted for it. If I can briefly put this question, if you could give me a brief answer, are you not satisfied with the small coalition that the President has already built?
No, I'm not. It's 180 nations who agreed to the Chemical Weapons Convention standard. We should have more of a multilateral coalition of partners who are engaged in any type of military action against Syria.
Congressman Steve Horsford, thank you, sir, for joining us immediately from that briefing. Thank you.